Welcome back, everybody. I am now with my guests, and we are being silly. Okay, so yeah, I've never had this many guests. I don't really know what I want to do. So I think what we'll do is what we normally do, which is just kind of go around the circle there. I'll allow you guys to introduce yourself. I think directly to my right on screen is Taryn first. So Taryn, then Jason, then Bridget, and then Jordan. So Taryn, go ahead.
My name is Taryn Hackett. You can catch me on the Instagram at Val Rook. That's the only social media I care about, and I do dice and post pictures of fuzzy cats and stuff. You can also catch me today playing Rookazel, the Auntie Wizard, and not an edgelord or anything, and completely innocent of everything as well. You can also catch me every Monday playing Jinx. See, I'm already like getting lost.
Gee,
I'm nervous, you guys.
the royal. Dome.
Anyways, I'm Jinx, the Shifter Monk, every Monday on the Legends of Shao Gong, and you should watch it because it's amazing. But yeah, no, I'm terrified for today. It's fine.
It's a hard ditto. Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jason from Critical Dice. You can find me on Instagram at Critical Dice, and also Ill Advised on TikTok, also at Critical Dice, for reasons I can't explain. I as normal have no idea what's going on, and I'm just excited to have a great friendly game later today, and
Sure.
just come together as like a Frostguard family and just really lift each other up, and no one will die. It'll be great.
We're gonna make Silverthorn jealous of our
Edge.
lovability.
Those Hufflepuffs? No.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of ignores.
Yeah. I'm Bridget Cosgrove. You can find me on Instagram because, like Taryn said, it's the only good one. At string_theories_. I do some fun, spooky, historic type embroidery things. Also, you can catch me tonight with my fellow Ukadorians. And I'm playing Crixie, hence the scales. It's not disease, it's scales. Debatable.
This is
and also
wasteland.
yeah, and also I play Suki Buchanan on Monster of the Week. Yeah, super fun.
Okie
Suki.
That means it moves on to me.
Particularly.
I am Jordan Campbell, better known as Casual Campbell. You can find me on all socials at casual_Campbell. And tonight I shall be Hemian, Bramante Vespasi, the necromancer, secretly a cleric, of course, because I'm the only healer of this class. You can also find me on a lot of other things throughout the network, especially if I may take a quick second to remember, as I said before, is Black History Month. So we have a lot of things planned for this month, a lot of special games and panels and chats to really help show what I call Black excellence. That's not only going to happen for this month, but to show awareness, diversity, and the inclusiveness of Fable 42 every month, every day, from all the time to come.
Yeah.
Casually.
Absolutely. Casually.
And
Wait, what's your
Before-
whole name again? What's your Hemi and what?
Hemian
Seriously.
Bramante Vespasi.
The third.
Ooh.
Okay,
Jesus.
but on a real note, before we get too far
I
into
didn't know
Fawks
how to say
Talks,
that.
I wanted to say a special happy birthday to our
Yes.
dearest Casual. So everybody
Yes.
that would like, we need to sing to him, but this is gonna suck because we're all gonna be off.
That's
So
not
I'm
true.
gonna let Bridget start it.
It's not true.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Peter, kid.
How about we just say happy birthday?
One
Happy
day,
to
Casual.
yeah.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
To
birthday
you.
from our
Happy
Oscar
birthday,
to you.
Casual.
Happy birthday, baby. All your good
to
too.
you.
Hey.
Honestly, this is great.
Someone else worked in restaurants. Someone else worked in restaurants.
Yes.
Actually,
Happy
never.
birthday.
That's terrifying
Really?
to me. Yeah.
Oh, this is
No.
The
No,
worst.
dude.
Are you surprised,
Oh,
Solo?
look at sweet baby.
we're so far gone. Like I can't even see the rails anymore. That's how far off we are.
There were rails?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Anyways,
All right, cool. Okay, so I think I saw a couple like people that I haven't seen in chat. So let's do this real fast, just real quick, like 30,000-foot view of your character that you'll be playing tonight, and then we'll kind of get into some questions. I'll start just so I can get myself out of the way. I play Thegan. He is a Goliath. He is a war mage. He is an asshole. Yeah, that about sums it up, I think. And he has a relationship with Anna, who is in a different house, and he is a very unlikable individual. So
I love that even at 30,000 feet, you can tell that Thegan's a butthole.
Well, because at 30,000 feet, that's all he looks like.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that guy's an asshole. Yeah,
Radiates
sure.
off of him.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Rook.
Okay, so Rook Azel is a Yonti wizard, and she's a total friggin' edgelord.
It's true.
She was an orphan, and she wears all black all the time, which is I'm already half ready for. She was super angsty and pissed off at everything in the world, and now she's super angsty and pissed off at everything in the world, but she's in love and kind of like
Right.
so that's the thing that has changed there. She had complicated love geometry, and it's
You're
less
like the D&D version of the Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo plus.
You're edgy and in love.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I. And then I am somehow friends with the butthole from 30,000
True.
feet.
See, but the thing is, like, you and him
Yeah,
are
that makes
friends, but it's only because like it was early.
Rook is friends with a butthole because everybody knows Rook's
They
full of
didn't know
nuts.
any better yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rook
No.
is she's got some stuff going on, y'all.
I had to get in there while there weren't a lot of options.
Smart.
Yeah.
Just emphasize that buttholeness, huh?
Thank you.
Capital B.
Mhm.
And
No.
Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
I'm just kidding. Taryn loves Leo. Rook thinks he's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I love the whiplash of love hate for Leo. Apparently,
I love
so
I
yeah,
love
so
it.
I play Leo Drakeroot. He is a dwarf wizard and speaks with a southern accent of my youth, and is like a super nice guy. And most people can't figure out why he's in Frostguard.
While we're still simultaneously saying we're not evil, and then like the one nice guy is like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah, they were like, "You're in the wrong house, but we're not evil." Okay, really?
Yeah.
We're gonna draw you a picture.
chaotic good.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
believes in the best of everyone, and
I don't.
until he can't anymore, and then, yeah.
Awesome. Bridget.
I play Crixie Draconis, the Kobold wizard. She is of the School of Illusion, and also is a bit of a creep. She really likes to she has found every single secret passage in the school. She knows exactly which wall opens to where. She's cute. She's adorable. She's a glitter colored sundae full of sprinkles and happiness, but also straight up stabbed a guy during the trials. So, balance. There's a
Yeah.
balance. There's a balance to her. Yeah,
She's the Frostguard bridge between Leo and the rest of us.
exactly. I think she's trying to be the face of Frostguard, which is like, come over, have fun. And then everybody's just like, it's really dark in here.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of spiders.
Hey, I'm glad you came. Hope you're down with a little bit of murder.
Hey, just a little bit.
And
Just
nepotism.
like
And
And
whispering.
nepotism.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like the
Nepotism and
rainbow
murder.
colored Shiv. It's beautiful.
Rainbow
I
colored
am.
Thank you.
That's
Yes.
honestly the nicest thing that anybody said about me.
That's a whole lot to unpack, and I don't think we have enough
Yeah.
time in the episode for
That's
that.
true.
And-
Can
Fair.
can someone please clip that?
Yeah,
Please.
please.
Looks like I got to make a new album cover for the next song. Rainbow.
Dude,
Yeah, rainbow
my
colored
heavy
ship.
metal.
All right, George, go ahead.
So I'm Hemian Bramante Vespasi, who is a custom race Nephilim. One parent is an ASMR and the other parent is a Tiefling. He is the youngest of his siblings and is a school of necromancy, which, let me just put this emphasis, as I keep saying, just because I play with the dead does not make me a bad guy. Okay.
It's fair.
Okay. If anything, I want to emphasize Hemian is the only one in our entire class that can heal anyone.
Not
true.
entirely true.
Who
You
are they?
mean
Let me
like
find them
in
so I
the-
can add them to my collection.
I
I mean,
can-
like in the
I
way
can
that's
heal
too late?
myself with vampiric touch.
look,
So-
I didn't get kicked out of med.
Too late,
I
like
did
all
not get kicked out of.
necromancers?
I did not get kicked out of medical school for no reason. I am a late stage doctor.
It's
Yeah.
Late
The
stage.
latest.
This sounds like cancer.
I know.
I'm a stage 5 doctor. Once
Yeah,
it's stage,
stage
got you.
five. The 6 months to live,
Oh.
doctor.
Oh,
Before we jump into the rest of the
God.
questions, I actually have one for Ronan
Oh,
slash
God.
Thegan.
Yeah.
Would you jump in front of a laser for Anna?
Oh Jesus. April
Would you
set
do
you
it
up.
though? But like,
No,
would you
that
do
was
it?
just-
But would you do it though?
But would you?
But, like,
though?
would you?
So
Like,
this
would
is yeah,
you?
this is okay. So here it's a little more complicated than oh Jesus. I don't know if you shared up on stream, but Solo just popped up to take notes. Here's the thing. So short answer would be yes. And here's why. So at the beginning, it would have been flat out no, because he had his goal and he was going to head straight for it regardless of what happens. He now believes that he cannot achieve that goal without Anna, and not just her and their relationship, but also more specifically in regards to the goal, her abilities. And he almost thinks that it would be a fruitless endeavor to try to do it otherwise. So he needs her. So the idea of him jumping in front of something, he's cocky enough to think he'll probably live through it anyway, and then that'll obviously save her. So yes, the answer is yes, he would. Same
is-
question to Rook.
Or jump in front for Thegan?
No. I'm saying yeah. If the situation was not Anna and it was Rook. Sorry, bro.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
Ask me the same question.
No, one would jump in front of laser for Thegan.
Yeah, that's true.
Thegan wouldn't do it for Thegan.
That's true.
Would I
You're
do
like,
it for
"Oh,
Lily? Absolutely.
He's kind of an ass. No, I'm not. one of them."
There are several people in this house that Rook would do it for. One of them, she would jump in front of the laser, and if she was still standing, she would go gut the person behind the laser.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely not Hemian.
No, it's Kirk.
Oh, I would.
Is it me?
You could come back. We just res you, right?
Why don't you just
Yeah.
push them out of the way of the laser? What's wrong with you people?
I'm not here to be
jump
sensible.
it off.
I'm here to be
guessing this is-
dramatic.
Emo edgelord. I have to sacrifice myself for someone, or it's just not fucking
Oh,
worth it.
April says, "Would you point the laser at Thegan, Rook?"
It
What you mean?
depends.
Where do you think the laser came from?
Yeah, that's true. All right. Don't
Yeah,
answer
no one's
that.
asking
Okay,
who's holding the laser.
that's
That's
true.
the
That's
important
fair.
question.
And it's definitely not the
It's
healer.
Rook.
It's Hemian.
Fair. It's him
It's
trying
Hemian
to.
holding the laser.
No,
Up
it's
his
not
army.
Hemian. Hemian wouldn't
Obviously,
risk the
guys.
disintegration of your bodies.
Obviously,
Thank you.
it's me. So
Leo
we can go on
gets
to the
it.
next question.
That's
I'm
true.
holding
Yeah,
the
it's
laser.
Solo.
It's always Solo.
Solo's always holding it.
Next question. Next question.
Okay, so we'll start with people didn't answer that. So Bridget, you can answer this first.
Okay.
So this is for everybody. What are your hopes and fears for the upcoming graduation and possibly next year of wizard school should you survive?
I'm incredibly scared of dying.
Sure.
I got you.
It seems like that is a real and true possibility. Like, I'm always a little scared every time I play D&D. I'm like, please,
Sure.
maybe not this character. Maybe like, don't disintegrate me. But the fact that there's disintegrates flying left, right, and center, like in the previous 2 episodes, I'm a little bit like really nervous that I'm gonna get turned into a pile of ash. But if I were to survive, I feel like Crixie would get a little bit less wide-eyed, a little bit less sort of like, oh wow, like I think this is gonna jade her. I think
Sure.
Crixie's gonna get traumatized today.
It's been a weird year.
So everybody watch. Yeah, it's been a weird year.
Yeah.
It's been a weird year. But yeah, so either trauma or death.
That is the Frostguard way.
I mean,
The
when,
Frostguard was
when
so
Hemian's your friend, both is an option.
Both is
That's
an
true.
option.
It's true. Jason.
I think Jason's looking forward to see where the story goes
Sure.
and to see the development, since it's rare for having all of Frostguard together. And
Right.
I think that there is some very interesting and unexplored interpersonal dynamics in Frostguard that haven't really been given contrast because we haven't all been together.
Mhm.
And I think that could be very interesting today. interesting is a word here that means chaos.
Yeah.
I think Leo is just hoping, like, I don't think he gets that, like, graduation could be synonymous with death.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, prom was almost synonymous with death. So maybe he has an inkling.
True. That's true.
So I think he's just trying to do well, and like he always does. And honestly, I think he's looking forward to see how people evolve along their own stories. Because, I mean, we joked before, like, you know, like, well, why is Leo in Frostguard? I think that he thinks the best about people and sees where they could grow and wants the best for them because it's good for them, not because it, you know, helps like push them into the way he think they should be, but rather he can see, like, you know, I think Thegan and Leo have had conversations before about the importance of having friends,
Right.
and Thegan being like, why? And so he's I think he's looking forward to see, like, you know, does this next step, this ritual of graduation, does it allow people to be free to take the next difficult or scary choice, and hopefully it'll be a good one.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, I think out of everybody, Leo would be like the one that's nervous about like normal graduation stuff. Like, don't trip. I hope I don't have to give a big speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't ask me to give a speech.
Yeah.
Like, is the robe too short? Is the robe too long?
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Where
a
does my
weird
tassel go?
size. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
I'm a
Am I going to
medium.
left or right?
Yeah, which side's the tassel? I'm a medium. The robes are hard to fit. Torso like a barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, cool. Himium or Jordan, Jesus.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Fair.
I forgot the question. I was listening to everybody's response.
Yeah, what's your hopes and fears for the upcoming graduation, possible next year's school?
Okay, so hopes for certain people not to die. Just
Yeah.
certain people. Most people can die. I got that. I just add them to the collection. However,
Sure.
some people shouldn't be part of the collection. Hopes. Can't spoil it.
Oh, mysterious.
Really?
Which means ammo. That's why he's not saying it out loud.
Yeah. I see Solo over there with literally the notepad and the rafters. Just
Yeah.
No, he just hopes that everything he wants to do works out. I will continue to emphasize until people one day believe me. Hemian is a lawful good individual hoping for the best for everyone. He just happens to, you know, bring things back to life against their will, usually.
Life's a strong word there, sir.
They are
Will is
walking
also
around,
a strong word.
and they are also moving, which is like the only requirement to be considered alive in his eyes.
No, it's
Wow.
not. We have a
Wow.
library. Read a book.
I don't need to read a book. I can just literally
You need
ask
to
someone to tell
you
me
need to
or
borrow
kill them and
Rex's
ask
anatomy
them.
book.
Well, Crixie's had tea with a couple of the zomboys, and they're pretty great. I'm
Thank
not
you.
gonna
The
lie to ya.
Zomboys go hard.
Yeah, zomboy.
Don't forget about the Bony Bros.
Yeah, Bony Bros,
Oh,
Clicky Clacky,
wow.
Clicky
Yeah,
Clacky,
okay.
and you know,
Wow.
Yep.
Squidge. I don't know.
Okay.
I've
Did you
I
name
lost
your-
a bit.
Yeah,
Lost
did you
a bit.
name your zomboys?
I have named
First-
every zombie and every skeleton I have made since the start of this season, including
That's
the ones
the
that have died.
least surprising thing I've ever heard.
Mm.
It is. I'm also concerned that I assumed there was two, and then he said I've named every zombie. I'm all,
There are multiple.
boy,
Oh.
how
Yeah.
many?
We don't
Have
we
you
won't
ever
even
lost
talk
track
about
of a zombie? Just curious.
no, because each one is dedicated to do a specific task, and I have my notes on exactly where each zombie is, each skeleton, including exactly where Umbra and Iris is at all times.
Oh, geez.
Terrifying.
They're right behind you. No, I'm just kidding.
At least one of them might be.
All right, cool. Moving on. Okay, this one's for Bridget. You have picked up some complicated love geometry this season that hasn't had much on-screen exploration. Some may be revealed in prom. Where is Crixie's heart at currently?
I think the joke of it all is that I basically made Crixie with like God, the notebook's back out. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna wait for the stream. No, but I made Crixie with no relationship like thoughts in my mind whatsoever. I sort of made
I think
her.
that's why one picks a kobold.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna be this like fun, cute little thing. And like I picked up all this love geometry and it's really sweet and lovely. But I think she's just as confused as I am. Like I think it's just like one of
Right.
those where it's like it just goes right over her head until it hits her square in the face.
Because she's short.
And because she's short. Yeah.
Leo understands that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The love is, notoriously 6 feet up. Never mind.
His altitude.
That,
Yeah.
that explains my struggles.
Yeah,
5'11".
way up there. But yeah, like I think she is. I think her heart is in that really kind of confused, like, place where like you're like, I don't know if this is this a thing? Is this a thing? Am I
Right.
making it up? Is this a thing? And like, yeah, I think it's all just gonna kind of come out in the clutch, man. Like the second that she knows. She's one of those characters that is just straight chaos all the time. So why not in love as well?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun in season. What are we on? Is this 2? So it's 3.
2, 3.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Skip me. Taryn, how different do you think Rook would be now had Lily and Rook not met?
Oh, I knew that one was coming.
Sure. I think all of these are
Yeah.
Lizzie
If
questions.
okay, if the short answer, way fucking different.
Sure.
So when I started dabbling in this, Rook she'd heard about this other person on campus, because they stuck out a little bit, because of their obvious transformation post the trials and all of that, right? And so like in her head there was this person on campus that was like this knight in shining armor, and that was something she was obsessed with like growing up.
Sure.
And then this letter found its way into her hand, and like before this though, like Rook kind of hated everything and didn't see that there was good in the world. There was this fantasy that maybe there was good in the world, but over and over and over, people proved to her that was not the case.
Sure.
And so like Lily definitely helped her see that. And I think without Lily being Lily, I don't know that Rook would have come around to that. At least not by this point. And I fear for what Rook would have been in some ways. She might have been more hated.
I don't think her and Thagon's relationship would have changed that all that much, though.
No,
I don't think it had much impact on it.
No, it not until recently with the conflict of
Right.
But yeah, no,
Conflict?
Rook would have been a lot more hateful.
Yeah. Can you get more angsty? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, there were
Wait for
Rook
it.
had issues.
Sure. Okay, Jason. Who does Leo feel most bonded to? And 2 years into the school, how has he changed?
Most bonded to in Frostguard?
No, let's just do in general.
I don't know if that clarification helps me at all. Man, like on a meta level, the cast is so big. I'm like, wait, who's in here?
Yeah, right. No, I do it all the time.
Yeah. So here's my answer is I think he feels most bonded to Crixie and also to Thegan. And here's why. So Crixie, because as I joked before, like she's the least angsty of all of Frostguard.
Right.
But it's not because Jordan, you're not fooling anyone, man.
No.
I mean, I love you, but nah, son.
Not working, bro.
We all know the definition of irony. So with Crixie, like it's not because it's because she doesn't have some angsty backstory. It's because she does. Her backstory is terrible,
Yeah,
but she doesn't walk around going, darkness, no parents,
that's true.
like everyone else.
It's true.
I'm hearing that song in my head. Sorry.
So everyone else has just a crap show of a backstory. Leo doesn't. He has a family, and they're all alive. Solo.
Right.
And
So we're
The
mine.
Notebook.
yeah, his notebook's like, sure. Keep thinking that.
There's smoke
Live.
coming from his book.
And it's not like Crixie's perfect. It's just that she's choosing. Well, to put it briefly, it seems to Leo she's choosing joy. She's choosing friendship. She's choosing to keep an upbeat attitude despite what has happened to her, and he can respect that. And then with Thegan, I think it comes to, I don't know if he feels the most bonded to Thegan, but rather that he feels like Thegan has the most potential because he is a man of character.
Yeah.
I don't think Leo necessarily 100% agrees with everything in his character, but he can respect someone who sticks to their guns. And I can't hear you guys now, so I can say whatever I want. And so he sees great capacity for him, and he sees someone who values honor in the way that he understands it very highly. And so I think that so it's not necessarily bonded, but like I think he respects Thegan, and we don't have, as far as I know, a leader of Frostguard, but in Leo's mind is Thegan. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Thegan would definitely think that he is.
Well, everyone else in the stream is like,
Everyone was like, me,
right?
Yeah, and I think that's
Leo would never say that out
Frostguard.
loud because it's going to be chaos.
I actually think that is a Frostguard trait. Yeah, and I think that would be the same thing with Thegan. I think that because he's a Goliath and they're naturally competitive just by nature, and so when Leo was sort of drafted as War Mage with him, it was viewed as like direct competition. Like but I think over the course of whatever, it's the same sort of approach. He is begrudgingly like acknowledged that, all right, we don't have the same views, but we are both honorable in our own sort of capacity. So you must acknowledge that. So yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Jordan, where does probably that's supposed to be what does Hemian see in his future post school?
Such a broad question.
No, it's a very triggering question, wouldn't you say?
Okay, so what does he see in his future post school?
I know some of those answers.
So I will tell you, the answer you know is nowhere near enough of the answer.
I guarantee that's true.
So like Hemian has a very clear goal that a lot of people who are, I would say, more chaotically aligned see in Hemian. Hemian's dealing with necromancy and all the things he's doing, at least behind the scenes that people will learn eventually, has all been leading up to something that is for the better good. And it's not one of those, he thinks it's for the greater good, he knows it is. And he's leaning towards making that a possible future for the people he cares about and the people that he, for a lack of a better term, loves. And his future hopes that he can live that life with his loved ones, or at least that his loved ones can live that life for him.
That's good.
Well said. All right,
So
cool.
stop writing things down.
All right, this one's
Just say
from
it, cough, cough.
this one's for me. Why do you suck? Just kidding.
That was asked.
I can-
somewhere.
I know, it was.
Did
This was-
ask.
How about we all answer that one for you? Is that okay? Could we do that?
Get the
This was
roast of
Renee.
Thegan.
This was Renee, I believe. What does Thegan believe to be the ultimate or optimal result of his plan? Why is he selective in his choice of trusted people? I can answer the second one more than I could probably answer the first one. He's very selective because of, well, I guess it's not really a spoiler anymore. So like the Hesian Empire thing, right? So that would be viewed from an outsider's perspective as directly counterproductive or counterintuitive to any mage within whatever. But his thought process behind it was that he was going to bring this army in as a distraction to achieve something else. In the thought process, again, he is a egomaniac, that the people in this school, the teachers, are way more powerful than him. So clearly they could be able to handle an army when they're all together in their ancient dragon form. So he had no intention of like destroying the school from that perspective. It was merely a route to a distraction. But he understands what that looks like for short-term and long-term planning, and he needs to know that people have his fealty. I mean, he needs fealty from people, basically, because he's going to make these sort of terrible decisions or terribly optic decisions, and he needs to know that those people are going to just stand with him on that. So that's why he's selective. He needs to know that those people are willing to shoulder a lot of discomfort, or I mean, just think of how many people hate him at that school, and he's totally cool with all of it. Like that none of that matters to him. So he needs to make sure that the people that follow him also have that sort of same thought process. Optimal plan? Nah, I'm not doing that. Not answering that.
I'll say planning or answering the question.
Yeah, but both. No. He's got a plan. He's got about 5 plans. And I'm not talking. I'm not talking about it anymore. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of for everybody, but we'll start with Bridget because it's addressed to her. Favorite, we'll do non-spoiler. Favorite non-spoiler moment of prom.
Ooh. I think it might have been oh God, the one that I like a lot is like a little bit of a spoiler, but I think it might have been like firstly getting to like meet people that I haven't interacted with yet.
Yeah.
Like there have been like a couple of episodes that I've had to miss because of, life craziness, and like so I haven't played with everybody in this gigantic cast, but like I got to meet Othello, which was like super cool, and like I got to talk to Khalees, which was super cool. But yeah, I think the most surprising moment of prom was when like Leo asked Crixie to prom, and it was like a cool acting moment, because like I remember going beet red and like turning into that like unsure like high school kid again. Like I don't know how to dance. I don't have feet. I don't even know. And like how do I feet?
Bipedal alligator. What are you talking about?
But yeah, it's slippery on these floors with claws. But like, yeah, it was a fun moment for like an actor to like get all flustered.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally surprised.
There was a lot of
a ton of that.
Throwbacks.
There was a lot of that.
I remember this in high school. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I remember this sick feeling in high school.
I remember how awful this was. Yeah.
That moment of sweating just out of everywhere, just so much.
Just
why do you think
sweating.
I don't wear? Hemian doesn't wear shirts. You avoid sweating through your clothes if you're not wearing them.
There it is.
Just glisten.
Big brain moves.
Yeah. Big brain energy. Yeah, no, that wasn't acting on my part either, because I felt I was suddenly in 8th grade again, and I'm like, I'm all, this is made up. Relax.
So
That
Leo,
part of
would
your
you
brain-
consider that one your favorite part of prom as well?
Aww.
Yeah.
We're so cute.
Yeah, it was
That's so
adorable.
lame.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, totally.
So
I'm fine with
lame.
being lame.
I'm kidding.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so ask the gosh, just it's happening right now. The emotional like anticipation of asking Crixie to the prom
Sure. Yeah. Twirling
was just torture and like sent me back to 8th grade. And I was just like, why is that hard? I am married for decades. I
You
have
succeeded.
kids. I have figured this out.
Yeah.
And suddenly I am 13.
It's never easy. That's true.
No, it
Never easy.
sucks. And I'm just like,
yeah.
I told my wife later, like, never die. I can never date again. And she's like, you too. But she's like, I broke solo. Do I win?
Solo
Do I win?
Hey, we broke solo.
But then also, like, my other favorite part, without spoiling, is the end of prom entertainment was just.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
so good.
I mean,
There was so
I
much
love
stuff
you so
happening. I
much.
forgot all about that.
I actually.
I think about it fortnightly.
You know what? That's about my approximate remembrance as well.
Yeah, I off of your comment, like so me and Diane as obviously Thegan and Anna did. Not only did obviously you have all of those sort of emotions of like, oh God, I'm at a dance with a girl again. Like, how do I even do this? But also me and her were the first scene shot so, and it was me and her on the dance floor was the very first thing we did, and I was like, what the fuck? So I had no clue. It was easy to act like I had no idea what I was doing. I'll just put it through that way.
It definitely, like, because like some of this was described back, so in some of our back and forth, and so
Yeah.
Rook totally reacted. By the way, you will see some of that. I'll just go ahead and jump in. My favorite part. I had Rook had a lot of things going on emotionally at prom. There were a lot of realizations for her, both good and bad, and I have a couple of favorite moments. I don't want to get too spoilery, but I think we've kind of referenced it before. Like at prom, Rook and Lily exchanged the big L word for the first time, and that tops it, because like, I mean, she's a great acting partner for everything, and like way smoother than I could ever be in real life and in game. So that's probably my favorite, but I had several emotional moments. I mean, and some with like other characters that like I was really happy that we got to have, because they weren't going to happen on stream. So yeah. And I got to make fun of Thegan and his bad dancing.
Lots of people did, yeah. I think
so
everybody
many
saw it at some
people
point.
did.
I
So
think-
I think it was part of everyone's scene in the beginning.
Yeah.
Was
I was
what's
gonna
what's
say,
the acting warm up? Oh, let's make fun of Thegan.
Thegan
Yeah.
sucks. Season sucks. Season sucks.
I don't even
All
know
right,
what my mind-
Jordan, what was your favorite moment?
Without being spoilery,
non-spoiler.
I don't even. My favorite moment is like all kinds of spoiler. And I think that's the hard part. I will word it where it's not too spoilery.
Mhm.
Is when the value of Hemian was finally recognized, because Hemian has constantly been seen as a specific type of person. So when a single person has seen him not as this dark, decrepit Frostguard edgelord straight from the depths of teenage angst,
Sure.
it causes a cold, dead heart to beat twice. Only twice. Calm down, just twice.
Yeah. I would say my favorite non-spoiler moment would, again, well, it is kind of,
Yeah.
I said something for the first time that I had alluded to hundreds of times, but I said it for the first time out loud in character at prom. So I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah. All right. So, okay. So we'll go back to Taryn. Taryn, what is Rook's biggest fear? How does she navigate that with her relationships?
Ooh. I think that's one of the things with Rook, is that she is full of fear. That's actually, I think, a big motivator for her. Her greatest fear, and it's kind of ironic, as much as she hates everybody, I think, is being alone. But also her greatest fear is caring about somebody and then something happening to them. Rook is very protective of those that she has decided she's cared about.
Sure.
And so I think that is her, and I think to top it all off, her greatest fear is to be connected to or the cause of, or somehow responsible for their death. She doesn't want to do that to anybody that she cares about now.
Sure.
Early Rook. This Rook. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, Grinch.
No, Rook was hateful. Continue.
Is that whole edgelord background, you think, a defense mechanism for that fear?
I think in some ways it's a defense mechanism. It's a developed defense mechanism, because she has a similar background to Olo, but like at some point they just left Rook alone. They were just like, you're undesirable. And you know, it doesn't really bother me if this comes out. When she was younger, she had a friend. It was the only friend that she made in the orphanage, and he was adopted quickly because he was a beautiful, like, high elven young man. And she didn't see him again. Like, and she didn't have friends anymore after that. He left either. Well, before she came to school, the reason she was brought to school, if you want to get a perspective, because Rook is a very different person now, so it's like, this story is almost whatever anymore. she would go to the library in town to get out of the orphanage, and she ran into him on the street, and he called her a wretch and a peasant because he was adopted by a very wealthy family. And she saw, like, she just went about her day. And at the end of the day, she saw him again, and she was kind of like convinced of like, I'm going to confront him. Like, what happened? Like, remember? And he acted worse. And so she kind of instinctively killed the dog snot out of him.
With disintegrate.
No,
doorway.
some kind of necromantic energy. She just made him a husk and left him in an alley. And then people showed up at her house and were like, hey, let's go to the orphanage. Like, let's go to college. And she's like, okay.
Necromantic. Wait a minute. That's a new Valentine's
It's
theme.
romantic.
Necromantic? Oh.
So that's who Rook was before. And she's not that anymore.
So you have a wall. If someone manages to break through it, though, it's somehow worse. Okay, awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, we
Please.
got
Behind it is apparently daggers.
yeah.
So many.
Is it just a blade dancing?
So much necromantic energy.
We got
Oh
a couple minutes left. We'll go round table. We'll start with Bridget. What is your prediction for tonight?
Ooh. I think my prediction is just straight up chaos. Yeah,
Take
fully
notes.
I feel like something terrible is going to happen. Something terrible is going to be skirted. Like, we're going to avoid something terrible. I think there will be many surprises and tears and giggles, and who knows, maybe we'll all die.
That's true.
I got you. Don't
Maybe
worry.
we won't.
I think the default leader should be the last one to survive. Just put that one.
Yeah, that's who wins. That's how we
That's
decide who's
who
the
wins.
leader of Frostguard is the
Yeah.
last Frostguard
Yeah, to
standing.
die. Awesome. Jason.
I think someone's gonna die, and
Yeah.
I think Hemi will have to make a hard choice.
I
Mm.
don't think that'd be hard.
I'm calling very specific. I'm not going to this place a bet. I'm betting on black. Well,
Mm.
purple, but still.
Black and purple, black and purple.
Jordan.
A lot of hearts are going to be broken, both emotionally and physically.
Cardiac arrest.
I feel it.
Oh God. Jared.
I think I almost wanted to turn this into a drinking game of like drinking bingo, where it's like disintegrate happens, there's a death, something way bigger and way stronger than what we're capable of taking down shows up to the battle, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I expect all of those things, by the way.
Oh no, we found the first to die.
And death save.
Yep.
No,
That's it.
I
Just
We
disintegrate.
broke your algorithm.
I know. I think it's going to be a lot of things coming to fruition that probably people have been seeing. Like, we're going to see Thegan probably be a bigger a-hole than he's being too cocky, and he rolled a nat 20 today.
That's pretty good. I did.
And I think it's going to be an emotional ride one way or another. Like, I'm sure somebody's going to die. Like, I have a feeling.
And
If
I
we-
also
Uh,
I
if
want
we're
to
on
add
par.
that there will be an unassuming individual that will do something wildly unexpected to change everything we think is going to happen.
Unassuming individual.
Yeah, I
Opinion.
think all of those things are definitely on the table. And I think that it's going to be bad. that's
It's
it.
gonna be scary.
It's going to be real bad. But
It-
that's yeah. Go ahead.
Tonight's just going to be that meme. I'm in danger.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's the
100%.
whole meme.
Actually, I feel like it's going to be more of that meme of the community gif where Donald Glover walks into the room when it's on fire and people are bleeding when he's holding pizza.
Yes.
Yeah,
swinging
like
the
you just
thing.
came back 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Along with then in the
Well,
third
along
act,
with, I'm in
yeah, in
danger.
the third act, it's the meme of the dog and the burning building.
Yes.
This is fine
This is fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Exactly.
That
That's
is
what we're
exactly
getting
the
at.
entire outline of this.
because
entire
Frostguard.
Yeah.
That's right.
People are
Um,
screaming. I mean, we already know there's a shadow dragon somewhere. We know there's a demon guy somewhere. Clearly,
sure.
there's a death goddess floating around.
but
because
all
that
that's
was a thing.
happening at the same time. So God only knows how that impacts us.
Or Frostguard is going to be the most normal episode, and like no,
I know
like,
that
that'd
is
be
the
so
other.
great.
That is the other
Every-
option. This shit's crazy
everything's
and over here,
fine.
and we're just like,
and we're the ones that haven't got a tea party.
Solo's telling
We
us
graduate, we get our little diploma, we get whatever
Yeah.
we get.
You'll get
we walk
shawarma.
Come out,
It'll be
everybody's
great.
dead.
We
We're
meet
like,
a shawarma, like, oh damn, that sucks, guys.
yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy. A
Like,
dragon?
What is-
Wow.
Wow.
sorry.
In
Weird.
disintegrate? Wow, we
We
just had
had-
sushi.
We had
Way
a
to go
nice
to the broom
brunch.
closet.
Like
Wow.
we,
just gonna go
we
meet in
had
the bar, go to the broom
mimosas.
closet. It's fine.
Yeah,
it
like,
is
oh,
Just
wow.
a regular night
totally
at the-
chill, guys.
There was cheese Danish. Like we had a great time.
And it was 3 different kinds of cheeses. I wasn't even ready. I didn't even know that was possible, but you know?
I know, it
Oh
was the
God!
craziest
All
thing
right,
that
well,
happened.
listen,
we
we're
ironically get the Silverthorn ending.
Yeah, right.
Oh shoot!
We're all happy. We become better friends
So
because
looks at his notes. He's like,
Yeah.
oh
How
no,
did we- how did we
Silverthorn
make
had
all
the
those
Frostguard
choices?
ending.
no way. We're gonna die. It's gonna be
It
brutal.
ends in
And
a
there's gonna
group
be
hug.
crying.
all
He's
right.
gonna
Well,
be
we're
crying.
27 minutes from that happening. So we'll go ahead and take a little
Wish us luck.
break. Yeah, wish us luck. Go ahead and enter
are-
Frostguard into chat for the between show giveaway. We will be back in 30 minutes, and
Then we'll
so
die.
for Fox's sake, be nice to each other.